From the world of traditional Iranian cuisine, let's rank some of the most popular Persian foods, dishes, and recipes.
اکثراً به غذاهای ایرانی علاقه دارن. از خاور دور گرفته تا اروپا و خاور میانه و خاور نزدیک اکثراً به کباب لقمه و کوبیده خیلی علاقه دارن. برگ خیلی دوست دارن. آبگوشت خیلی دوست دارن. و عاشق پلوهای ما هستن.
Now this one is a favorite. It's called dizi. And if you ever come to Iran, you should definitely not miss this one, particularly because of its peculiar way of eating. Dizi or abgusht is a thick stew, probably the most internationally known Iranian dish. You need to separate the broth and the solid parts. The solid parts are mashed, while you need to break some bread into the broth to eat it. Iranians are masters of preparing rice, and what better food to have with it than a scrumptious kebab.
این کباب هم کباب سنتیه که به ذائقه ایرانی سازگاره. در اصل با گوشت گوسفند تهیه میشه این کباب.
Kebab kubide or minced meat kebab is the most well-known of the different varieties of Iranian kebabs. It is made from ground lamb or beef mixed with chopped onions. The kebab is grilled on skewers, traditionally over hot coal. Kebabs are generally considered a picnic food, and of course, it's usually the men who are in charge of preparing it. Now here's the most traditional of Iranian foods, kalle pache, sheep's head and hooves that Iranians usually have for breakfast. Decidedly an outrage. This is what you would least expect to find on your plate.
کله پاچه اصولا تو ایران هم صبحانه استفاده میشه هم عصرانه. سیراب شیردون فقط عصرانه استفاده میشه. کلا کل کله پاچه خورده میشه. هم از زبان، بناگوش، مغز، چشم و پاچه.
Kalle pache may not be a household name for those who occasionally try Iranian cuisine, but die-hard foodies know that this tasty treat is essential for those visiting Iran on vacation. A restaurant that serves fresh bread is obviously preferable.
زعفران یه ادویه ایرانیه که تو اکثر غذاها استفاده میشه. توی شل زرد بیشتر استفاده میشه. یعنی کلاً چاشنیش زعفرونه. شل زرد یه غذای سنتیه که اکثراً برای نظری پخته میشه.
Shole zard, or the Iranian saffron pudding, is a sweet dessert made of saffron, sugar, and rice. It doesn't take much to make. Cook the rice until it's tender, and then add saffron and butter. Then stir in sugar, rose water, and slivered pistachios and almonds.
The next food I want to introduce to you is this popular Iranian stew called qeymeh. The reason that this food is so special is mostly because of the culture that it represents. It is usually cooked on the martyrdom anniversary of Prophet Muhammad's much revered grandson, Imam Hussein.
Qeymeh Imam Hussein, or qeymeh Nazri, is a staple of Iranian food culture. A typical example of classic Iranian cuisine at its finest, used to uphold the ancient tradition of Nazri, which is distributing free food among people. This is very common during the month of Muharram and the day of Ashura.
این قیمه ابی عبدالله و غذاهای هیئت‌ها با غذای دیگه فرق میکنه. این غذای دله. شاید من الان بهتون بگم با همین وسایل و به هر جهت ملزومات قیمه، ولی شما ببری خونه و درست کنین مزه رو نداشته باشه. من نظیر رو فکر میکنم که بینی باشه از خودمون نسبت به علاقمون به آقامون، نسبت به علاقمون به ائمه.
But don't forget that the best Iranian food is found in an Iranian home. So I'm here to show you a typical Iranian kitchen. Iranian moms are professionals when it comes to quick snacks and side dishes. Kuku sabzi is only an example.
کوکو سبزی غذای راحت و بسیار خوشمزه است. اما خب دیگه درست کردنش تقریبا 1 ربع 10 دقیقه بیشتر طول نمیکشه که درست کنم.
Kuku is an egg-based vegetarian dish made with whipped eggs folded in with different ingredients. You can call it an open-faced omelette, but don't forget to turn it over. And remember, unlike the main dish, kuku doesn't take much time to prepare.
فسنجون کلاً یه غذای ایرانی خیلی خوبه.
Walnuts and pomegranate paste. A quick look at the ingredients is all it takes to know why.
فسنجون رو با چند جور، یکی شیرین دوست داره، یکی ترش دوست داره، یکی ملس دوست داره. اصل فسنجون هم با مرغابیه. با گوشت مرغ هم درست میکنن. من خب با گوشت قلقلی دوست دارم.
When Iranians are preparing fisinjun, it is usually for a great occasion, so they go the whole 9 yards. While sautéing the meatballs, you will need to roast the ground walnuts in a separate pan. Then add the pomegranate paste, mix in the meatballs, and let the stew simmer over low heat until it's thick. Some foodies may not think of crisp rice taken from the bottom of a pot when they imagine traditional Iranian cuisine, but tahdig is definitely a delicious exception. This simple dish is made by placing bread, potatoes, or a mixture of eggs and saffron at the bottom of the pot before putting the rice in it to cook. Qorma sabzi is a very popular dish in Iran. It is actually even said to be Iran's national dish. You might be surprised to know that this food dates back 2,000 years.
در آشپزی ایرانیا خانوما سبزی خیلی استفاده میکنن، مخصوصا برای آش، کوکو، سبزی پلو، خود سبزی قرمه، سبزی کوفته، سبزی دلمه. برای هر نوع غذاشون حتما این سبزی‌ها رو لازم دارن. غذا خوش‌طعم میشه، خوش عطر میشه، کیفیتش بالا میره، خوش رنگ و لعاب میشه.
Qorma sabzi translates from Farsi to herb stew in English, which comes from its main ingredient, a mixture of sautéed herbs, consisting mainly of parsley, leeks, green onions, and coriander. Of course, this mixture has many variations. The mixture is cooked with kidney beans, lamb or beef, and dried limes for its unique Persian sour flavor.
تهدیگ یکی از پرطرفدارترین و بهترین غذاییه که حالا غذا که نیست، در کنار غذاست، ولی بسیار پرطرفدار تو ایران و حتی ممکنه سرش دعوا بشه و تهدیگ‌ها خیلی مختلفه. تهجین هم اصلا اصلش تهدیگشه که حتی تهدیگ تهجینی هم داریم. خود تهجین ممکنه نباشه ولی تهدیگش رو استفاده میکنن.
Tahjin is actually a rice cake that is made of rice, yogurt, saffron, eggs, and pieces of chicken. It can be cooked over the stove or in the oven, and when done, it is turned over onto a platter, forming what seems like a cake with a golden, crispy crust. And this brings us to the end of this week's show, Tahchin, Iranians' favorite dish. Gisoo Misha Ahmadi for Iran.